If you're over 50 and feel like staying strong now requires a gym, heavy weights, or painful workouts, let me stop you right there. Some of the healthiest, most mobile elders in the world aren't lifting weights or doing intense routines at all. In Japan, people in their 70s, 80s, even 90s are staying strong with simple daily movements they've been doing for years. No gym, no equipment, just smart, natural motion that keeps their bodies young. Stay with me, because the 6 movements I'm about to show you can complete. Change how your body feels every single day. Aging well isn't about pushing your body harder or chasing exhaustion, especially after 50, because the body's needs change as the years go by. What truly makes the difference is gentle, consistent daily movement that works with the body instead of against it. Many people grow up believing that exercise only counts if it leaves them breathless, sore, or dripping with sweat, but that mindset often leads to burnout, injury, or simply giving up altogether. As we age, recovery slows down, joints become more sensitive, and muscles respond better to regular stimulation rather than intense strain. This is why a softer, more respectful approach to movement often produces better long-term results than high-impact workouts ever could. The human body is designed to move every day, not to be pushed to extremes a few times a week and then ignored the rest of the time. Gentle daily movement keeps joints lubricated, muscles active, and circulation flowing without overwhelming the nervous system. When movement is simple and repeatable, it becomes a habit rather than a chore, and habits are what shape health over decades. Instead of dreading exercise, people begin to look forward to moving because it feels good, restores energy, and reduces stiffness. Rather than creating pain, respecting the body does not mean avoiding effort. It means choosing the right kind of effort. Small movements done consistently send a powerful message to the body that it is still needed, still capable, and still strong. Over time, this builds resilience in a way that intense workouts often fail to do. The muscles adapt gradually, the joints become more stable, and balance improves naturally. This steady approach also lowers the risk of injury, which is one of the main reasons many people stop exercising altogether. As they get older, another important aspect of gentle daily movement is how it supports the nervous system. Aggressive workouts can increase stress hormones and leave the body in a constant state of tension, especially for older adults who are already dealing with life stress, poor sleep, or chronic discomfort. Slow, intentional movement has the opposite effect. It calms the nervous system, improves coordination, and helps the brain stay connected to the body. This connection is essential for maintaining confidence in movement, reducing fear of falling, and staying independent. Perhaps the most powerful benefit of this approach is sustainability. When movement is simple, accessible, and woven into daily life, it becomes something you can maintain for years instead of weeks. You do not need special equipment, perfect conditions, or large blocks of time. You only need the willingness to move a little each day. Over time, these small efforts accumulate into meaningful strength, mobility, and energy, proving that aging well is not about doing more, but about doing what truly supports the body every single day. Simple functional movements play a powerful role in maintaining strength and independence as we age because they directly mirror the actions we perform in everyday life. Movements like standing up from the floor or a chair, walking with awareness, and gently squatting may seem ordinary, but they train the body in ways that machines and isolated exercises often fail to do. These actions require multiple muscles to work together at the same time, teaching the body coordination, balance, and control rather than just raw strength. When the body practices these patterns regularly, daily tasks become easier and safer, and confidence in movement naturally increases. Standing up from the floor or a low surface strengthens the legs, hips, and core in a very practical way. It challenges balance, joint stability, and muscle control all at once, which is exactly what the body needs to stay independent. As people age, this ability often declines, not because the body is incapable, but because the movement is avoided. By practicing it gently and consistently, the body relearns how to manage its own weight and move through space with control. This kind of strength directly translates to real-life situations, such as getting up after sitting, bending down, or recovering from a stumble. Walking with intention is another foundational movement that goes far beyond simple cardio. When done with good posture, controlled steps, and mindful breathing, walking strengthens the muscles that support the spine and hips while improving balance and coordination. It also reinforces healthy movement patterns that help prevent joint pain and stiffness. Many people walk every day, but few truly use walking as a tool to maintain strength and stability. By slowing down and paying attention to posture and foot placement, walking becomes a full-body exercise that supports long-term mobility. Gentle squatting even at a partial depth, keeps the hips flexible and the knee strong, while maintaining the ability to move closer to the ground. This is essential for tasks like picking something up, gardening, or simply moving freely around the house. Avoiding squatting often leads to stiff hips and weak legs, which increases the risk of falls and limits independence. Practicing this movement in a controlled and comfortable range allows the joints to stay healthy and the muscles to remain engaged without excessive strain. What makes these functional movements so effective is that they are simple, natural, and repeatable. They do not require special equipment or a gym setting, which removes many of the barriers that prevent people from staying active. Because these movements feel useful and familiar, they are easier to stick with, and consistency is what ultimately builds lasting strength, balance, and independence. As the body continues to age slow, mindful movement has a unique ability to restore the body in ways that rushed or forceful exercise often cannot, especially after the age of 50. When movement is done with awareness, the body has time to engage the right muscle, protect the joints, and move through a full range of motion without stress. This approach emphasizes quality over quantity, allowing each movement to strengthen the body while reducing unnecessary tension. Instead of pushing through discomfort, the focus shifts to listening to the body and responding with control and patience, which creates a safer and more effective path to long-term health. Posture plays a critical role in how the body moves and feels. As people age, poor posture often develops from years of sitting, looking down, or favoring one side of the body. Slow, intentional movement brings awareness back to alignment, helping the spine stay tall and supported. When posture improves, the muscles no longer have to overcompensate, which reduces strain on the joints and lowers the risk of pain. Good posture also improves breathing, digestion, and circulation, all of which contribute to better overall health and energy levels. Breathing is deeply connected to movement, yet it is often overlooked. Mindful movement encourages slow, deep breathing that supports the muscles and calms the nervous system. When breathing is controlled and steady, oxygen is delivered more efficiently throughout the body, improving endurance and recovery. Deep breathing also helps release chronic tension, particularly in the shoulders, neck, and lower back. Over time, this can lead to reduced stiffness, improved flexibility, and a greater sense of ease during daily activities. One of the most important benefits of slow movement is its effect on balance and coordination. Rushing through exercises can disconnect the brain from the body, increasing the risk of missteps or injury. Moving slowly allows the nervous system to stay engaged, strengthening the communication between the brain and muscles. This improves reaction time, stability, and confidence in movement. For older adults, this connection is essential for preventing falls and maintaining independence in everyday life. Mindful movement also has a powerful impact on mental clarity and emotional well-being. Slowing down creates space for focus and awareness, which can reduce stress and anxiety. The body and mind begin to work together instead of against each other. This sense of calm carries over into daily life, making movement something that restores rather than drains energy. Over time, this gentle and intentional approach builds stronger joints, better posture, improved balance, and a more resilient nervous system, all while supporting a sense of ease and confidence in the body. Balance, spinal mobility, and breathing form the foundation of healthy movement, yet they are often neglected in favor of strength or endurance training. As the body ages, these elements become even more important because they directly affect how safely and confidently a person moves through daily life. When balance begins to decline, simple activities like walking on uneven ground, reaching for an object, or turning quickly can become risky. Training balance through gentle, consistent movement helps the body stay responsive and stable, reducing the likelihood of falls and increasing overall confidence. Spinal mobility is equally essential because the spine is the central support structure of the body. When the spine becomes stiff, the effects ripple outward to the hips, shoulders, and neck. Limited spinal movement can lead to chronic pain, poor posture, and restricted range of motion. Gentle twisting, bending, and rotation keep the spine flexible and well nourished by promoting blood flow and fluid movement within the joints. This kind of mobility supports everyday actions like looking over the shoulder, reaching behind the body, or simply standing up straight without discomfort. Breathing connects the physical body to the nervous system in a powerful way. Shallow or restricted breathing often develops over time due to stress, poor posture, or inactivity. This can increase tension and fatigue while reducing the body's ability to recover and relax. Conscious, deep breathing improves oxygen delivery, supports heart and lung health, and signals the nervous system to shift into a calmer state. When paired with gentle movement, breathing helps the body feel safe and supported, which encourages smoother, more controlled motion. The combination of balance, spinal mobility, and breathing creates a strong sense of body awareness. This awareness allows individuals to move with intention instead of fear. Many older adults become cautious, not because their bodies are weak, but because they lack confidence in their movement. By regularly practicing balance and gentle mobility, the body relearns how to stabilize itself, and the mind begins to trust the body again. This trust is crucial for maintaining an active and independent lifestyle. When these elements are ignored, the body often compensates in unhealthy ways. Muscles tighten, joints become stiff, and movement feels unstable or restricted. Over time, this can lead to pain and a higher risk of injury. By focusing on balance, spinal mobility, and breathing, the body stays adaptable and resilient. These practices do not require intense effort or long sessions, but they deliver profound benefits by supporting the systems that keep the body moving safely and comfortably. Everyday balance, spinal mobility, and breathing are the quiet pillars of healthy movement, yet they are often overlooked because they do not feel as dramatic as lifting weights or pushing through intense workouts. As the body gets older, these elements become less forgiving when ignored. Balance begins to fade not suddenly, but gradually, often without notice, until one small misstep leads to fear or injury. Practicing balance regularly teaches the body how to stabilize itself in unpredictable situations. That means stepping off a curb, reaching for something overhead, or navigating uneven ground. This kind of training builds confidence, and confidence is what allows people to keep moving instead of becoming cautious. And restricted spinal mobility is just as critical because the spine influences nearly every movement the body makes. When the spine loses its ability to bend, rotate, and extend, the rest of the body is forced to compensate. The hips become stiff, the shoulders tighten, and posture slowly collapses forward. Gentle spinal movement keeps the joints nourished and the muscles elastic, preventing the stiffness that often leads to chronic discomfort. Simple rotations and bends remind the body that it is meant to move in many directions, not just straight ahead. This freedom of movement makes daily tasks feel lighter and less strained. Breathing ties everything together in a way many people underestimate. The breath directly affects the nervous system, which controls balance, coordination, and muscle tension. Shallow breathing can keep the body in a constant state of alert, increasing stiffness and fatigue. Slow, deep breathing tells the body that it is safe, allowing muscles to relax and movements to become smoother. When breathing is coordinated with movement, it enhances control and reduces the likelihood of sudden, unsteady motion. This is especially important for older adults, where a moment of tension or hesitation can throw off balance. Together, balance, spinal mobility, and breathing create awareness of the body in space. This awareness is what allows a person to react quickly and effectively when something unexpected happens. Instead of freezing or losing stability, the body responds with control. This responsiveness is what helps prevent falls and injuries, which are among the biggest threats to independence later in life. The more these systems are practiced, the more reliable they become, reinforcing a sense of trust in the body's abilities. When these foundational elements are ignored, movement often becomes rigid and cautious. Fear replaces fluidity, and confidence slowly erodes. By giving attention to balance, spinal mobility, and breathing, the body stays adaptable and resilient. These practices support not only physical safety but also peace of mind, allowing movement to feel natural, steady, and secure as the years continue to pass. The Japanese approach to longevity stands out because it does not separate movement from daily life. It blends the two so naturally that exercise no longer feels like a task. Instead of scheduling workouts or relying on special environments, movement is woven into ordinary routines like standing, sitting, walking, cleaning, and resting. This mindset removes many of the obstacles that cause people to stop being active as they age. When movement is part of living rather than something added on top of it, consistency becomes effortless and sustainable. Over the long term, one of the most powerful aspects of this approach is the focus on natural motion. Japanese elders tend to move their bodies in ways that feel intuitive and functional, rather than forcing patterns that feel unnatural or extreme. This allows the joints to stay healthy and the muscles to remain engaged without unnecessary strain. Movements are gentle but frequent, which keeps the body active throughout the day. This steady rhythm supports circulation, joint lubrication, and muscle tone in a way that intense but infrequent exercise often cannot. Another key element is the emphasis on presence and awareness. Movement is done with attention, whether it is walking, bending, or reaching. This awareness improves coordination and balance while reducing the risk of injury. When people move mindfully, they are more likely to notice discomfort early and adjust before pain develops. This creates a respectful relationship with the body, where signals are listened to rather than ignored. Over time, This leads to greater trust in movement and a deeper sense of connection to the body. Consistency is the true secret behind the results seen in many Japanese elders. By choosing movements that are easy to repeat every day, they avoid the cycle of overexertion followed by long periods of inactivity. Small actions performed daily accumulate into significant strength, mobility, and resilience. This approach proves that progress does not require exhaustion, only regular engagement. The body responds best to what it experiences often, and daily movement reinforces the systems that support long-term health. What makes this philosophy especially empowering is its accessibility. It does not depend on age, fitness level, or financial resources. Anyone can adopt it, regardless of where they live or how busy their life may be. By embracing movement as a natural part of everyday life, people reclaim control over their health and well-being. This simple yet powerful perspective shows that lasting results come not from doing more, but from moving naturally, consistently, and with intention as part of daily living.